Posting this to Twitter. Okay, so, all right, so Pinto, I was at the Georgia EdTech conference this week, and I was looking at a spreadsheet that someone had made, and, you know, here's kind of a rule with spreadsheets. You don't type anything more than once. If you're going to put it more than once, you should use a spreadsheet formula. So what we were looking at was just a grid of the sessions and who the presenters were. Well, when you wanted to update one piece of information, you had to fix it and update it in several other places. That is what we try to avoid. We try to, when you update one thing, it should, if you're a spreadsheet user, update everywhere. So let's first start with the really basic principles. What we're going to need to do, obviously, is have a spreadsheet. So we're going to go to sheets.google.com. And I know that you know some of these, but I'm just going to give it the whole rundown. So I'm going to go to sheets.google.com. Let me do screen share. Ooh, they changed how that works. Okay, so, yep, actually, I think I'm just going to do the window with the spreadsheet, share it. Okay, and I'm going to Control plus zoom in here. Okay, so you have a spreadsheet, Pinto?
Yep.
Okay, and I'm just going to name it Indirect Workshop Spreadsheet Sample, and I'm going to hit a shareable link, and I'm going to tweet that if anybody wants to watch me spreadsheet. Oops. I have a Twitter addiction. I don't know what to tell you.
You're good.
Okay, right? So you good?
Yes.
So the first thing that I usually do when I have a spreadsheet is I come over here to the corner, which is the awesome box. You know, when you click on it and it highlights the whole thing, forget that. I hover right underneath the awesome box, and I pull down the freeze bar, and I freeze the first row. That's just a general MO. So let's pretend that we have a bunch of students. So let's say I have Alice, Nancy, Paul, Christine, Joe, whatever. So put some students along the top.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so first of all, what if I wanted to use the word Alice again? So I'm going to come down here to the bottom corner where it says add a sheet. And I'm going to make a sheet for Alice, and I actually do have to type that. I have a template called alicekeeler.com/template tab that, hey, Mark, thanks for joining. So alicekeeler.com/template tab that will make tabs for you, but that's not what we're doing today. So let's say I'm on this Alice tab, and I want it to say Alice. What I'm going to do, let me zoom in on this, is when you're writing spreadsheet formulas, it always starts with an equal sign. So I have to start equals, and what I want it to say, I'm going to click back on sheet 1, and I'm going to click on B1 where it says Alice. And it says, you know what, in this cell, put whatever is in cell B1 and push enter. So you notice that now says Alice. If I go back here and I change it to Harry, it doesn't change the tab name at the bottom, but now notice that cell A1 says Harry. If I go back to sheet 1 and I change this to Larry, doesn't change the tab name, but that cell where it says, double click, equals sheet 1, exclamation mark B1, it's going to update, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Do you do that, Pinto? Wait, so here's how I use something like that. Like if I have multiple tabs, you know, I might have like my student's roster name on the left-hand side.
Okay.
So in this case, I have the roster along the top. And so if I just drag this like this, then it's always reflecting the roster, right?
Yes, yes.
So I'm going to make a new sheet, and I say this equals sheet 1, Larry, and then I drag it, and I get my roster. So if I update my roster, if this is no longer Larry, this is now Henrietta, then on the Alice tab, it says Henrietta, and on this sheet 3 tab, it says Henrietta, right? So you should never type something more than once, especially if you're talking about your student names. you want to have a roster, and then you want to refer to the roster. If you are making like a makeshift grade book and having a tab for each student, you'd have a list of assignments on one tab, and you would refer to it. This is called cell referencing on other tabs.
That's pretty cool.
So far, so good?
Alex, I'm going to interrupt for just a second.
Sure.
I'm gonna dive out because I'm sitting in the parking lot at Genentech picking stuff up from my makerspace. I'm gonna wait for the blog post. So you guys are awesome. You're both magic. Thanks.
Hey, thanks. Bye. Okay, so Pinto, what we're trying to do here with the indirect is the idea that we're going to write formulas. Like, we're not going to type stuff. We're going to write formulas. And so this where you're referencing another cell is really helpful. I use it all the time. Just equal sign, and then whatever tab, just go to the tab that has that information, and I click on it. It's like, this cell is equal to whatever's on this other cell on this other page.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That's fine. But what if you need to make like a lot of them? Or in some way you need to construct your formulas based on a pattern. Because what you don't want to do is have to go through and type each one each time. If you're ever doing something more than 3 times, there's got to be a more efficient way to do this, is my thought process. So what I saw before is that they had the grid of the speakers and what their sessions were. And then for each speaker, copy and paste to their tab. Well, that's 2 problems. Number 1, that's tedious. So for each person, all their sessions, paste onto another tab. And if they update the main one, they have to manually update the others. That's going to be a big fat no. So the idea is that what we want to do is to be able to automatically take what's on this sheet and have it post to others. So do you have some names across the top, Pinto?
Yes, I do. And my sheet one, I have the same name that you started with. Hold on, I'm trying to get there. I have some lag time.
It's okay. Let's just go with this example of where I was making it. So it's just on the side, we've got 7 sessions, and we've got a grid of people's names.
Can you screen share again?
Oh yeah, that would be super helpful. Let me undo. I always forget to do that. Damn. Application window, here we go. Okay. So I've got my roster along the top, and then I'm going to put like session 1, session 2, highlight, and drag, right? So we've got whatever my sessions are.
Yes, got it, sweet.
All right, I'm just going to fill in a fake grid of stuff. So let's say Henrietta's really into Google Forms. So she's got Google Forms 101, Forms and Pictures. I'm going to click on the awesome box and do word wrapping, because otherwise it'll drive me crazy. Session 3, quizzes and forms, right? Okay, so then we have Nancy, and she's really into spreadsheets. So she's got columns and rows and sheets, conditional formatting, and making tabs. Okay, and Paul loves Google Sites, new Google Sites, double click, reordering pages for sites, and creating links and sites, whatever. And Pinto, of course, is into Gaff for Littles. Intro, making templates, spreadsheets, and kindergarten. And I don't know, Joe's super into the Explore tool in Google. I love the Explore tool in Google Slides. It's so cool. Collaborating in Google Slides, and slide master for templates. Okay, whatever. So I got some fake conference here where I have people presenting these sessions.
Okay.
You can just type in some blah, 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 but let's just make sure they're all different so you can notice the changes.
Okay, hold on. I got like one more. Okay, got it.
Okay. So you'll notice is that Henrietta is in column B, Nancy's in column C, Paul's in column D, Christine's in column E, and Joe is in column F. So if I were to make, I'm going to add a sheet. This one's Henrietta. There's really no way around manually naming the sheets. Right? I make like basically a template right now. And so what I want is I want this cell A2 to equal A2 from sheet 1.
Okay, wait, just hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on.
It's all
Okay.
good.
So I'm gonna add a sheet.
You're gonna add a sheet. So what we want is for each person to have their sessions.
Got it. Hold on. It's got some lag time. I pushed a button. It's thinking about it. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I inserted another sheet. I'm gonna call that my person's Henry. So on the first one, so I'm gonna call that Henry. Hold on.
Okay. You can screen share if you want.
Oh God, that's
or
scary.
not. You know, it's all good. It's up to you.
Now I have too many sheets. Hold on. I should have used my Chromebook.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I am loving my Acer R13. Like, I love it.
How is it different than the R11?
It has a lot of differences, which you'd be surprised because the R11, I really loved the R11, the Acer R11, but the R13 really starts to come close to being my MacBook Air. It's super lightweight. You know, it's bigger. It's 13 inches, obviously, but it's just got a more professional design.
Got it. Cool. Okay. Well, then I will update that to be my next device. Anyways, okay, I got the sheet.
Professional design. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so you'll like the R13. It's pretty cool. Although if we're talking about for schools, the R11 is probably gonna, you know, it's a little bit smaller screen. It's a little bit cheaper. I mean, the R13 is only $399 with 4 gigs of RAM, which is pretty dang awesome. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is to make a tab for each person that mimics the schedule. So the equals, I'm on the other tab, and I click back on sheet 1, and I click where it says session 2, and that I am not going to type this. I'm not going to type anything twice. So if I type session 1 on the first sheet, I'm not going to type it on any other sheets. So I'm always going to use what's called cell referencing, equals what I typed in another place. You with me?
No, let me screen share because I got the REF thingy.
Okay.
Hold on. Pinto slow. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, here we go. So
Double click on that.
what did I do? Parentheses somewhere or what?
No. Equals sheet 1, A2.
Oh, I didn't put the one. Sheet 1.
Oh, you typed it by hand. Okay, push enter. Okay, push equals. Click on sheet 1.
It's thinking.
Yeah, sheet 1.
I did. It's thinking.
Okay, that's fine.
There we go.
And then click on A3.
Click on A3. And then what? Enter?
Enter. Because you don't want to type that. That's how mistakes come around. Although I'm going to break that rule here in a second.
Ah! Cool. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now let me switch back to me. I still, you know, like I'm not going to do this one at a time. Equals session 3, like that's tedious.
Yeah.
So if I just drag, it'll pick up the pattern.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Double click, you notice it doesn't really say session 7. It says equals sheet 1 exclamation mark A8.
Okay, wait, I'm trying that. Hold on, let's see. Draggy. Yay. Okay. Oh, it does. Cool. Okay.
Okay, so then here's the thing is I want this column to automatically populate for each person. Here's what I do not want to do for every person. Equals, I want to do it this way. Henrietta equals first session, like that, even though I can drag, that's still going to be a no. Like that's That's going to be too much work. So what I want to do is I want to have this automatically populate. So I need this to say equals sheet 1 exclamation mark, and it'll be B1 for Henrietta. It'll be C1 for Nancy. It'll be D1 for Paul. It'll be E1 for Christine. Like every person, their formula is different. See the problem?
Yeah.
So I can't write one formula and have it apply to everybody, because if I do that, I have to go through and manually edit every single tab.
That's no bueno.
That's no bueno. So here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to, right here in cell A1, I'm going to put a B.
Okay, hold on. Put a B.
Because Henrietta is in column B.
Okay, following.
So what I'm going to say is this equals, so now you got to watch really carefully.
Okay, watching.
Equals indirect.
Okay, can I do that real quick? Hold on.
No, just watch me, right? And then I'll do it again. Okay, equals indirect. And I want the formula to be, and I have to put this in quotations, sheet 1, exclamation mark, quotations, and I want it to be the column B and 1.
Why?
Okay, so the problem is I'm not really writing a formula. What I'm doing is I'm pulling 3 pieces of information together. Actually, it needs to be like that.
Why that 1?
Because it's B1.
Okay. Can I try that?
Yeah, hold on. No, I'm going to do it again. And then I'll let you try it. So down here, I want this to equal, I have to use indirect. So what indirect does is takes a text string and turn it into a spreadsheet formula. Because like, how do I get this B into my formula? Because normally I'd put equals, sheet 1, exclamation mark. This one, in this case, it's B2. But I want this B to come from cell A1. Like I want it to go up there. So if I do like quotation, ampersand, ampersand, quotation, like it won't work. I can't construct a formula in a formula like that. So that's where equals indirect comes into play. The indirect lets me construct the formula. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay. So no watching me, right? So I put equals indirect that says I'm going to build this formula with a formula. So equals indirect, sheet 1, exclamation mark. Now all text strings have to be in quotation. So I have to type that sheet 1 in quotation. And then I know you know how to concatenate, Pinto. So and, I use ampersand. I want my formula to say sheet 1 and whatever's in column in cell A1, and actually this one's a 2 in cell 2.
I think I'm in the wrong tab thingy. I'm in the wrong cell.
So it says Google Forms 101.
You might have to do an instant replay for me.
Okay, you want me to do it again? Ready?
No, hold on, I'm not ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you where I'm at so that way you can see. Okay, so I'm in cell. I'm in the Henry tab or your Henrietta tab.
Control plus a few times.
Okay. Cool. Here we go. Equal sign. Indirect. Indirect.
Okay, so equals.
Okay.
Indirect parenthesis. Oops. Now, remember, all text strings have to be in quotations. So what sheet? Yeah, sheet 1, exclamation mark, and then in the quotation. And then the column is, so you have to ampersand. The column is listed in cell A1. Ampersand. So that's just the B. The A1 gives you the value of B. What's the actual cell, though? It's the number 2. So quotation 2, quotation, enter.
No parenthesis code?
It does it automatically. You can put it on there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm
cool.
Okay, so now the next one is in B3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in B3, I'm trying to click on the screen like I can click on your spreadsheet.
Okay.
Try it again. Equals, indirect, parentheses. So your formula is sheet 1, exclamation mark, quotation, ampersand. Yeah, whatever that B value is.
A1?
No, A1.
Oh, A1.
Ampersand. In this case, it's going to be row 3, right? So quotation 3. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay, so now I can, once I type that, I can drag it.
Did I cut like both and drag?
Oh, wait, sorry. Before you drag, Alice, don't be dumb. The A1 needs quotation or dollar signs on it. So $sign A and $1, if you're going to drag it, you need to do absolute cell referencing. Because notice what happened is that now it says A2 in my formula. And then it says right here, right, A4. When you drag it, it adjusts the formula. So let me delete these. So absolute cell referencing, when you put a $sign in front of the column letter, and you put a $sign in front of the row number, it locks it down so that when I drag it, it's always the same, A1, A1, A1.
Okay.
But I would have to edit these to be row 3, row 4. I'm going to kick this up a notch in a minute. Row 5.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. I changed it. Let's see if it scared it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that one doesn't have the $sign in it.
Dollar.
Put the strips.
That.
Yep, enter. Perfect. Then
Drag?
yeah, take the little corner and drag it. There you go. I mean, obviously we don't have the whole thing filled out.
Oh.
Okay, but now you got to double click on each one. No, it was good.
What?
Now double click on each one, and in this case, you're just going to have to change the 2 to a 3.
Okay.
Because now that one's supposed to be row 3, and then the next one, row 4. Now, I don't want to have to do this either, where I go through and manually edit each one, so I will show you how we're going to fix that. But roll with me on this.
Okay.
Okay, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so now, over here, if I change this to column C, now it has Nancy.
Okay, wait. I want to see that happen in mine. Hold on. Let's see.
As I change the letter, it auto-updates.
Oh, yeah, that's so cool. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put this back at a B. And I'm going to duplicate the tab. So this one's now, who's in column C? So this is now Nancy down here. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate the tab. And this is person in column D. So this tab is Paul. I'm going to duplicate the tab, and that person's in column E. And this is Christine. You see how much faster I'm populating these schedules?
Yes.
And then I duplicate the tab. This person's in column F. So this is Joe's tab.
That's cool.
If I go back to the master sheet, and I change any of these, so this is no longer Paul. This one is Larry. Larry, and Larry's not into Google Sites. Larry is an expert in Google Drive. Intro to Google Drive, advanced search in Drive, and share folders in Drive, right? So I updated it on the master sheet.
Okay.
So now I go over to Joe. No, was it Joe's Paul's? I go over to Paul. Now the problem is I will have to manually change the tab name. Okay, so this is now Larry. But notice that it says Larry and it now says Google Drive. It updated it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, let's start from scratch. Let's make a brand new one, but let's kick it up a notch.
Okay, so a new spreadsheet.
Sheets.google.com. Blank. more indirect sheets practice. Okay. And I'm going to copy and paste my master because I don't want to do it again. Copy, paste. No, I don't know how to copy and paste. Try again. Copy. Oh, no, I did. Just lagged. I'll get rid of these extra sessions. Okay.
Hold on, let me catch up.
Yeah, I'll let you catch up. So I made a new spreadsheet, and I just copy and pasted the sheet 1. So what if, Pinto, I messed up? Like, I have it on the other workshop where it says sheet 1, but I'm like, wait a minute, that should say master schedule, right? It shouldn't say sheet 1. If I edit that, all my formulas are messed up.
Meh.
Right, okay. So, exactly. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to change just a few things. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a sheet. Template. And so what I'm going to put in column A, we use the paint can. Where is it? Paint can is sheet 1. And in column B is where the column B portion goes. And I'm going to let this be the row number. Now I know that's confusing.
No, that's cool. I got it.
So if you notice when we were writing the formulas before, I was by hand typing the word sheet 1, and I was by hand typing the row number. Right? I'm going to call that bogus. I'm not typing that stuff. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to write my formulas based on this information on my template.
Okay, wait, time out. How did you get that? Oh.
You 1, 2, and then you drag it and continues the pattern?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, so you just move that bar over. Okay, got it.
I moved my freeze bar over. Sorry. Okay. I don't know why I did that.
All right, cool. I think I'm caught up.
Okay. So what I want is for this to be Henrietta's schedule, right? So the first thing I need is to think about, and I got to think about this a little bit carefully, right? Is I need this session 1, session 2, session 3 to be auto-populated. So this A2, it would go here. So I will say this equals indirect. Instead of saying sheet 1, I'm going to click on it. It's in A1, right? So it's sheet 1.
Hold on. Time out. I don't think I did anything in that sheet. I didn't do anything there. Hold on.
I copy and pasted the schedule.
I did copy and paste the schedule. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Okay. So if I didn't put a formula in that cell.
I don't have any, wait, we don't have any formulas anywhere. I just copy and paste from the other spreadsheet. Yeah, buddy.
Can you buy me birthday cake?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm on the phone. Okay, thanks. My 4-year-old is convinced it's his birthday today. It's not.
That's disappointing.
I need an Iron Man birthday cake. I'm just rolling with it. I'm gonna get him a birthday cake.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what I want, my formula is equals sheet 1 exclamation mark A2. That's my formula, right? My formula should be equals sheet 1 exclamation mark A2. So it comes up with session 1. But I don't want to type it. I want to construct it. I want to build it. So bogus, not doing it that way. Equals indirect sheet 1. And now my session titles are always in column A. And it's row 2, which I have typed up in A3. So what I want you to see, wait, does this not work? Oh wait, I need an exclamation mark. Right there. There we go. I love this about Google Sheets is it gives me a little preview of what the value is. It's going to be session 1, so I know I did it right because it has to be sheet 1 exclamation mark A2.
I'm almost there. Hold on.
I have not been screen sharing that, so let me start that over. Okay, so I want this to say equals sheet 1 exclamation mark A2 so that it matches session 1, so that it is getting this value in that spot. However, I don't want to type any of that. I want to say equals sheet 1. Oh, you may have to do the indirect. So the indirect allows me to construct a pattern for my formula. I want to say equals sheet 1, which is A1, and there's supposed to be an exclamation mark. And this is, column A is not going to change. That's column A is where I put my schedule on the side. Quotation. And I want to say that it's row 2. And you'll notice that I did this correctly because it gives me a prediction of what it's going to say, what the value is going to be when I push enter.
Oh, I didn't get it. Hold on. Freeze it right there. Hold on. Let's see what I did wrong. Indirect. Does that have to all be capital letters?
No.
And quotation mark.
Usually be lazy and just do lowercase.
Let's see. That did not work for me. Oh, wait.
Let's see what you got, Pinto. Double click. You have that A is not in the quotation. You have an extra A there. What's the ampersand A? Get rid of that. Get rid of several things. It should be quotation, exclamation mark, A, quotation, and then the ampersand, and then the other A3 is not in quotations. Yeah, there you go. And you have an extra parenthesis. There you go. That should do it. No, all right, double click. Let me double check again.
You're bigger.
A1. Oh, your sheet 1, push enter. Your problem is your sheet 1 has a space bar in it.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Enter.
Cool.
What? Okay. So now here's my problem. If I drag this, it's not going to work. It should say session 2, session 3, right?
Yes.
The reason being is because that A1, it's always A1. So I need dollar signs. It has to be absolute cell referencing. That sheet 1 name is always in cell A1. Right?
Yes.
Okay, now you ready to get tricky?
No. Hold on, wait. So I put go back and add dollar signs in my thing?
Yeah, you got to be dollar sign A, dollar sign 1, because it's always column A and always row 1. So that dollar sign locks it down.
Okay. Hold on one sec. Hold on. I wanted to close this window. Oh. Okay. All right, I guess I'm ready. Sure. Let's get confusing.
Okay. Right? Because if I was screen sharing yours instead of mine. Good job for me. If I drag this, oh wait, why is that doing it? Oh, because I already have the dollar signs. If I don't have the dollar signs and I drag it, it gives me a reference error. I need to lock down the column A. I need to lock down the row 1. So it's dollar sign A, dollar sign 1.
Okay, I got that.
Okay, so now when I drag, this says the session 2 and 3. So, but here's something that I'd like to, good practice. You ready, Pinto?
Yep.
So I'm double clicking on here. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's, I type those to mean what row. You know, right?
Yes.
So those rows are always in column A. So I'm going to put a dollar sign in front of the A on the A3. What I'm not going to do is put a dollar sign on the 3 because as I drag down, I do want it to go 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
I don't want to lock down the row, but I do want to lock down the column. And honestly, I don't really need it in this particular example because I'm not dragging to the right. But if I were, I would want that. So it just as a matter of good practice.
Okay.
Right? So on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in column A, I do want to shift. I want to go from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, 3 to 4, but it's always column A. It's always column A. That's why I'm going to put $A3.
Okay.
It locks down column A.
$sign. Got it. I guess.
So now when I drag it, it says
Cool.
session 1, session 2, session 3.
Cool. Following.
Now I want this one here in C2, I want that to be the person's name, right?
Yes.
So that would equal indirect sheet 1. Actually, let me see this. It equals, what I needed to ultimately say is equals sheet 1 exclamation mark B1, right? But I need to construct that. You ready, Pinto?
Sheet 1.
No, don't type this because we don't want it.
Okay.
This is what I need it to say, except for every person, it adjusts slightly, right?
Yes. Okay. Good. I deleted it.
D1 and then E1, and I don't want to manually type those. Like that's, no thank you. So I need to construct this sheet 1 exclamation mark B1. So there's several different pieces to this. You ready?
Yes.
So instead, I put equals indirect, and sheet 1 is here in A1, and quotation, it would be an exclamation mark, right? So it's sheet 1 exclamation mark, and the column, and the row. Notice my predictor is giving me the right answer.
Yes.
You see I'm constructing my formula rather than typing my formula?
Yes.
You got to do some thinking here.
Okay.
Okay, now with the $signs, what needs to be locked down and what doesn't? Okay, sheet 1 is always column A and always row 1.
Yes. Okay.
Now I'm going to drag this down, right?
Yes.
Drag. So do I want it to, that B1, do I always want it to be in that cell B1?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I need the green cell, the column B, right? That's a cell reference that cell and only that cell is going to refer to the column that I'm pulling information from.
Okay.
Okay, but the A2 refers to the row number, right?
Yes.
That's always column A, but I do want the row number to move. So I'm not putting the $sign on the 2.
Okay. Got it.
So I push enter. It says Henrietta. And if I paste it, if I did my $signs correctly, it should show me Henrietta's schedule.
That's cool.
Okay? Is it working for you?
Well, can you go back to your C2 so I can see the formula for that, or the thingy?
Right
Alright. Exclamation point, ampersand. Oh my goodness. I think I already did something wrong. It's not looking colorful. Geez, I got it.
Except that one's supposed to say,
That's in the wrong thing.
so instead of A3, that should be A2. That's why I usually click on them. So I clicked on the A1, I clicked on the B1, and I clicked on the A2 to make sure that it was referencing the one that I wanted.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to go here is on the template. I'm going to duplicate. And the next person is in column C. So this one is Nancy.
It's loading.
Oh my gosh, I have a, hold up. I'm going to delete this.
Like that.
I'm going to delete. And here's my problem. When I duplicate it, what I wanted to be able to do is when I change the sheet 1 name, I want it to auto update everywhere.
So how you do that?
Oh, here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to write sheet 1 right here. I'm going to go back to the master sheet, and in A1, I'm going to type sheet 1. I never want to type things twice, and I just realized I was about to do that to myself. It's hard to design a good spreadsheet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then back on the template, instead of typing sheet 1, I say equals sheet 1 A1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on my template right here, because if I duplicate the template, I want to be able to update the word sheet 1, and it goes across the board. So I just put so the trick is basically, Pinto, is to have one sheet that lists all of your values that you might update, and you always refer back to that instead of typing it.
Sounds good once you figure it out.
Yeah, and and a lot of times I'll mess that up, and I'm like, oh, I should have cell referenced that, and then I just manually go through and double click and edit each one manually, and then I just kick myself and do better next time.
Got it.
Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate, and this is column C. This is Nancy.
So you typed the sheet 1 in the sheet 1 or in the template?
Yeah, on sheet 1, go back to sheet 1 in A1.
There we go. Okay.
It's all good. Yeah, in A1, type sheet 1. Because that's the tab name. Push enter. Just in general, try to do things generically. Like this could be a template for you to use for something else.
Sure.
Yeah, right. So then on the template tab, where you've typed sheet 1 into the yellow box.
There we go. Okay.
Instead of that, put equals. No,
Right here?
instead of.
Oh.
So click away, click 1 time, type equals. Now click back on sheet 1 and click on A1. I try not to type them because it's going to be more accurate if I click on it. Now you notice it's not going to let you, it's like hiding the A1. So I click on B1 and I use the left arrow. Click on B1. Now use the left arrow. Now it says A1.
Okay, hit enter.
It's all right. There you go. So enter. So now if you update sheet 1, it'll update the template.
Sweet.
Okay. So now what you're going to do is on the little triangle down at the bottom. Oh, wait, you don't have your formulas. Drag Henry. That has his session names. Yep. Oh. Go back. You don't have $ in the right places. Oh, your A1 doesn't have $. Almost, Pinto. Almost. Enter. Okay. Go ahead.
Oops, too many.
Okay. And so then, yeah, good. Now click on the little arrow at the bottom.
What arrow?
On the template. And choose duplicate. Boom.
Oh, come on.
It's fine. It's coming. Okay, so now change it from column B to column C. So in the green box, change it to C, and it should update. Enter.
Hey.
That's Nancy. So double click on the tab and type Nancy.
Double click on the tab and type.
No,
Yeah.
on the tab where it says copy.
Oh, the tab. I need that.
Pinto.
Huh? Sorry.
It's all right. I'm gonna make you do it right the next one. Enter. All right, now duplicate this one.
No.
It's all right. And then this person's in column D, right?
Yeah. Here we go. Who is this person?
No. Okay, first of all, up in B in the green cell, change it to D. Push enter. So Pinto, I know that we're super good friends, so I can just kind of be a little more fun with you.
Okay.
Okay, if you click one time on a cell, you just type and it overrides it. So just click one time in that cell, type B. Enter. Good. Now type D. Enter. Fast. Okay. So now rename the tab to Paul, but double click on the tab. Don't go to that arrow. Don't touch that. Double click where it says copy of Nancy.
Ah.
Yeah. Paul, right? So call it Paul. Enter.
Oh, geez.
All right. Do it again, Pinto. Duplicate it.
Oh, wait, was I? Oh, I click on it. Okay, duplicate.
You know, the best part about this, Pinto, is you didn't even know spreadsheets existed 6 months ago.
No, seriously, for real.
Okay. Duplicate.
Click one time, put E, enter.
It's Christine, so now change the tab name to Christine. We should do like way more of these, Pinto.
That would be fun, yes.
Enter.
Okay.
All right, I think, do we have one more?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, look on sheet 1.
Yeah, come on.
Fine, it's fine. Yeah, we got one more. So go ahead and duplicate Christine and make Joe show up.
Changes. That's wrong one too. Enter. Cool.
All right. So now, Pinto, we got a new problem. Okay, wait. Let me do this for me. Let me do it real quick. Duplicate. Next person's in column D, and that's Larry. I need to duplicate that one. Duplicate. That person's in column E. And that's Christine. Okay, and then I need to duplicate that one. That person's in F. And that person is Joe. Okay. So I have all my tabs. So then when I go back to sheet 1, I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't have called it sheet 1. I should have called it master template. Master schedule, sorry. Okay. That when I change my tab to master schedule, notice, which by the way, I'm going to change my template to Henrietta. That should not still work. You should break. I refresh it. Yeah, right? So when I refreshed it, it's broken. See, now it says
Mer.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck are you talking about? There's no sheet 1. So what I want to do then is I want to change on the master schedule A1 so that it says master schedule. So now the corner says master schedule on all of them. Do you see this? The yellow cells are now all matching. So I update in one place, it updates it everywhere.
Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. I should say it everywhere. Hold on, it's loading.
And rename the tab to master schedule. That would be the point.
Oh, crap.
You're good. Just double click.
Oh, wait. It worked. I should rename the sheet, though.
Sheet 1 needs to say, yeah, double click. I could be wrong. I don't think there's a way to automatically name the tabs. I think you do have to do that one manually. Oops. Escape. Just push escape. Just push escape. When you mess up on a spreadsheet, escape. There you go. It's all good. And there's always Control Z. All right. Now they should work. Go ahead. Click on Henry.
Okay, it's going. Come on, Henry.
I just refresh it.
No, controller. Oh, yeah.
All right.
No, because I try to use
What's learning going on today, Pinto?
controller and not redo.
Why?
There we go.
Why is that not working?
What did I do?
Okay, because if I refresh mine, mine are working.
Was I not supposed to type it over here? And then,
No, I'm just wondering if you didn't spell them exactly. Double click on one of them, on one of the REFs. Fine. Go to Henry. Double click on one of those. A1. Okay. Enter. Okay. Double click on master schedule. Wait. Go back to the master schedule and master scheduling, obviously. They need to match. Master. It looks like they match. Do you have a space at the end, maybe? Because sometimes.
oh, I put a space in right here.
Yeah, well, there is a space on your tab though, so there should be. It needs to match. Look, put your cursor at the very end. Is there space after the E?
No.
Push the right. Wait. Okay. Push the right arrow. No. Okay.
No. Yeah, I did.
Looks like they match. Okay. Looks like they match. Okay.
Should I put it back to sheet 1 and see if it goes back?
No. Push enter. Just refresh the whole thing. Control R.
Come on, control.
Control R should refresh. Whatever. Click
You did it good.
click.
Because I'll change the same control. This one control.
Okay. It doesn't look like it refreshed. There it goes. All right. When those tabs show up, let's check it. Should work. It's working on mine. I can't see anything wrong with yours. We need to get you more bandwidth, Pinto.
Why?
Why is it saying that? Okay, double click. What is it? Function, indirect. Here, no, go back down there. I want to see the
Go where?
push escape. I want to see what the error is on the REF. Master schedule A2. Why is it working on mine?
How come I don't have anything in this one?
Are they all giving you REFs? Okay, so those aren't. Go back to the Joe one.
Hold on, I'm still on Henry. Here's Nancy. Here's Joe.
So change the C, change that F to something else, and then change it back.
So like what?
I don't know, B and then F. B, enter. Okay, and then F. Enter. Okay, so it wanted to refresh in the formula for some reason. Hover over the other one that's an REF. That's weird. Okay, push enter.
Am I missing a dollar sign?
No, push enter.
Sorry.
Strange. Can you click on the blue share button and put my email in there? Okay, I'm just gonna click on recent, or not share with me. Oops, that's not you, it's this one. Is that me or you? That's you. Okay. Okay, so I click on Henry. It's giving me that. Okay, so it's fixing it here. What in the world is wrong with this? Equals indirect. This. And so it's master schedule, exclamation mark, and that column, and that row. Put some dollar signs on it. Yeah, that one's double dollar sign, and that's a single dollar sign. What's the difference? Oh, Pinto, wait. No, because I did want it to be an A, sorry. I do want it to be column A. Okay, that's good. So what's the difference here? They look exactly the same.
Because it's not capital?
I don't think so. If I edited something, then it worked. You know what I think the difference is for this column?
Yeah.
Like here where it's still giving me errors. And here's literally is what I'm going to do. Watch me. I click one time on the D. I type D. And I push enter. And then it, wait, nope, that didn't. I thought I did a second ago. E. Okay, no. I have to change it. And then it updates. Problem is that this doesn't reference. This doesn't reference cell B1 in it. So changing B1 doesn't refresh that formula. Like if I copy this and then I put cat and then I paste it back, then it fixes it. It just wants you to change one thing. That's weird. That's got to be a glitch.
Story of my life.
All right. So for me before it was working because, you know, I'm always changing this D, the green cell for each person. I change it, which updates the formula, right?
Yeah.
So it needs, I'm going to have to ponder on that. It's not such an awful fix. Here's what I'm doing. I don't like it. I don't like this. I'm clicking on A1 and I'm copying. And I'm typing nonsense. And I'm pasting it back. And that fixed it.
Huh, that's weird.
You just have to change one thing for the formula to recheck it.
That's so weird.
That is so weird. That has to be a glitch. So I will report that. You go to the help menu and you report a problem. I'll do that later. Okay. But now you know how to use indirect.
That's pretty cool. I would not have figured that out without you.
Whoa, wait. I'm not screen sharing. Wait. No, good. Okay.
There you go. No.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but it's just like anytime that you're wanting to write a math or not formula, you want to write a spreadsheet formula, but you're realizing that you need to pull in values, they have to construct the formula. That's when you're going to use indirect, because indirect lets you design the formula rather than write the formula.
Got it.
Now,
Wow.
I know, Pinto, because I know you're going to think of a cool way to use this with your kindergartners. Now, not that your kindergartners are going to type it, but you're going to make a cool template. I know it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I got to play with it a little bit more, but my wheels are spinning.
Call this one too complicated for kindergarten. I'm going to say that one.
Yeah.
Unless, Buddy, do you think that you can type indirect formulas? Yeah, he's totally feeling that.
Totally, yeah.
I want to tie my pants, Mommy.
Buddy, I'll do your pants in a minute. All right, Pinto, I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks for showing me, Keeler.
Bye.